Today, I'm going to show you how to avoid scams inside of crypto and to be safe inside this market. Let's get it. What's going on, people? My name is Aaron and welcome to UX Crypto. This is the best place to get great info about crypto and find absolute beast gems for the up and coming bull run. So if you like that, press that subscribe button and be around for the journey and the ride. So today, the reason I am showing you all about scams and how to avoid them is because yes, there is many scams inside of crypto, and this is all about staying safe. I've been in crypto since 2016 and managed to avoid many of the scams inside of here, rug pulls, all those types of things, and I'm going to show you exactly how you can avoid them as well. I actually made this video and it's 10 sets of rules to be able to avoid scams, and I think it's time to reshare it. So check this out and your future self will thank you for watching this. The first one, okay, that I'm going to be going through and looking at is going to be, okay, no team / experience. What qualifies for that? Okay, so let's have a little look. So why everyone is here. Okay, so a lot of people, they say, hey, they just don't, they say they're in it for the tech, but are they? Okay, and obviously this is the example, it's an old meme that lots of people know about, and yeah, so this is like a lot of the mindset, a lot of people. But I think from what I've noticed for a lot of people these days is they're just being honest with it now. They just want to be in it for the money. Okay, and that's fine. Okay, you can be in it for the money, but the reason you should care about the tech is because this is what happens if you don't. You get rug pulled. Okay, so yeah, that is something to think about. Okay, and some examples of this is, lo and behold, okay, not surprised here, FTX. Okay, I'm sure you guys know what happened with FTX, but you know, I'll give you a little bit of that. So no, yeah, FTX wasn't a great example, okay, of why you should care about tech. So what actually happened? So scores of investors and customers pulled their funds out of FTX, leading exchange of becoming insolvent and declared bankruptcy. And yeah, so was there telltale signs of that this could have been a bit of an issue? Okay, and the telltale sign was this dude right here. Okay, so for example, I never got involved in this. I never even touched this. I used to have Blockfolio as an app, and then FTX bought them. Okay, so that was the only connection I ever had with FTX, but I never put money into it, right? And one of the reasons I stayed away was, for example, he came out of nowhere. Okay, all of a sudden he was just billionaire, and I'm in crypto. I'm sure all you guys are as well. And then he was like, "Oh, I'm the savior of crypto," or something crazy like that. And it's like, who are you? Okay, so when people come into markets like that, it's kind of like in hip hop, people talk about culture vultures, right? This is like a culture vulture in a way. And could you have avoided it? Yeah, you could have. Okay, so for example, this is his LinkedIn. Okay, so this, if you looked at his LinkedIn and you looked at his experience, okay, so he didn't have any experience other than Alameda Research and FTX at the time, right? But other than that, all these other things, he was a trader and director of development or something else. But, you know, is he an all-star? No. Okay. And this is where, obviously, if you are a subscriber of mine or you know about the cheat sheet that I've got, he would have failed that test. Okay. You would have been able to avoid this dude right here and avoid losing all your money if you put it into FTX. So something to think about right there. And another thing is, a lot of people, they say, they're like, okay, with FTX and all, or not even FTX, and loads of different coins, they're going to be like, oh, well, there's this much money in it. Look at the chart. Look at all these things. So let's actually look at FTX and what happened, right? So for example, FTX market cap went to a crazy parabolic 9.4 billion. Okay. Absolutely insane, right? Really, really big. And this was a scam, right? It was a rug pull, you could say, right? And yeah, obviously, I don't want to talk bad on people, what's happened with them, but obviously he's in a bit of a mad situation now, isn't he, right? So my thing is, you know, everyone's saying to you, oh, but there's this much money in this is that. Look at the price action. Like, it doesn't mean it's not a scam, okay? And I've got multiple different things I can show you around that, okay? So, for example, another thing was, okay, people put validations on celebrity endorsement, okay? So, for example, FTX obviously had all these celebrities and everyone was talking about it, and that gave a lot of people confidence to invest, right? But is this got anything to do with fundamentals? No, it doesn't, right? And this is what I'm trying to say. Fundamentals are just really, really important, and you should be looking at them, all right? That's your gold right there. The fundamentals are the gold. Celebrities, all this is just hype, okay? And obviously, I get it. Hype is very much a thing inside of crypto where you know, hype kind of makes the prices go up, right? And obviously that's great. I like to have hype as well, but I think it needs to be warranted. Okay, so that is something to definitely think about. So that's number one. Okay, so no team. Obviously, we saw a team there, right? But experience, not really. Okay, so no experience is going to fall into that one, right? But going back to team again, and I'll show you another example of this, and it is going to be no other than this one right here. Okay, so if you've been in crypto for a while, you know, Bitconnect, okay, right here. Okay, maybe you don't know about it, maybe you do, but I'm gonna show you why this is one of the biggest scams as well. Okay, so if you don't know what Bitconnect is, this is the logo, and this was back in 2017, 2018 when I was around. And yeah, I avoided this one too. Okay, and I can show you why I did avoid it. Okay, so what exactly were they selling Bitconnect? All right, so Bitconnect was Bitconnect was an open source cryptocurrency in 2016, 2018 that was connected with the high yielding investment program, like a Ponzi scheme. All right. Obviously, it's easy to say that now, right? But back then, people didn't know that was a Ponzi scheme, as in because I don't know why, but for example, this was some of the stuff I looked at back then. Okay. So, for example, they had a lending amount that you could put out. And this is where it all fell down for me. And I basically was like, no, I'm not getting involved. Because, for example, you put $100 in, 1,000, and then you have a lockup period of 300 days, right? And then if you add more money, it's incentive to add more money, the lockup period goes lower. Okay. But then where this was quite interesting in the T's and C's was if you they were basically saying to everyone, look, you can get 1% per day guaranteed. Okay, you always get 1% per day. So if you really think about that, right, that's just not realistic. Okay, because no one can guarantee you 100% or 1%. Sorry, there's no guarantee. This is trading, right? And they were saying that they had a trading bot doing all this other stuff. And where it falls down is that 1%. So let's say you put $100 in, right? Then you make 1% per day. That $1 you made, right, would go into this period here. Okay. So it would be starting over. So you'll never get your money out, right? So that's what I thought was very interesting and why I avoided it. And I remember at the time being on a live stream. I wasn't a YouTuber back then. I was, basically who I like you guys, right? And just writing in the chat and being like, don't you think this is a bit dodgy or whatever it is? Yeah. And then, yeah, it all got rug pulled. It was a massive scam. Okay. So I'm just saying to you, research is very important when you're getting into these projects, and don't think everything is what glitters is gold, because it's not. Okay. And what was the heights of these scams, right? What were the things where we're looking for? So this is basically my time machine. Okay, so look, we're going into October 2017. Okay, so we're going all the way back, and if you look at coin market cap back then, look, number 10 coin, Bitconnect. Okay, and at that current moment when it got to number 10, it had 1,400,000,000 inside of it, and the market cap. So yeah, don't think that scams can't do what you think in terms of go crazy and become top tens. And like, for example, this was another date. So this is January. Oh, I zoomed in too much there. So this is January 2nd, 2018. Okay. So if you're looking at that date, what happened with it, right? So it became a top 20 coin back then, but it did actually have 2 billion, nearly 400 million, 2.4 billion inside of it. Okay. So it just shows you the heights of this stuff, right? And just looking at it back then as well, same date. So 2nd of Jan 2018. Then yeah, look, it's crazy amount of money going inside of this, right? And doesn't allow me to see the price in terms of the chart, but I can tell you, experiencing it back then, it was absolutely nuts, right? It went crazy, parabolic, and it went parabolic to the point where it got rug pulled, okay? And it went to zero, okay? It's not even around anymore, okay? So that's my point. So there's a lot of projects you have to think about where it's like, okay, could this happen to them? How good is the gains? Even if the gains are going absolutely nuts, safety first, man, safety first. And for example, could you have avoided this, right? Yeah, you probably could have, okay? So some of the stuff I showed you just then about the lockup period of how much you would have, read the T's and C's. And also this guy right here, he's the founder, okay? And obviously showing you that from Google. And yeah, we found his LinkedIn, okay? And this is the dude right here on the run now. And yeah, he had no background, right, prior to Bitconnect, okay? So, just showing you that, yeah, you could have avoided them, right? By maybe not just digging in, looking at their experiences, and maybe realizing that yeah, this could be a Ponzi. All right, but yeah, definitely something to think about right there. So other thing to note, okay, so that was the no team, no experience part, right? But what about centralized pitfalls? Okay, so exploits, things like that, right? And we'll go into all of that in a minute, as in but we're going to get the first four out of the way just so you can see. So for example, multi-level marketing schemes slash pyramid schemes. Okay, avoid, okay, at all costs, and you have to try and identify these, okay, and I'll show you what some of these things are, and also promise of returns. So for example, Bitconnect was promising 1% per day, which is unreasonable to even promise, okay, because that's just not how trading works. There's wins, there's losses. You're not going to have 1% per day. It just doesn't exist, okay. But let's show you some examples of some of these things and how you can, well, I can help you hopefully. So okay, so we'll start with multi-level marketing schemes. Okay, so what exactly are they? So it's a pyramid scheme. Okay, so just to give you a little overview and then tell you some experiences as well. So yeah, referring to a strategy used by some direct sales companies to sell products and services, multi-level marketing schemes encourage existing members to promote and sell their offering to other individuals and bring new recruits into the business. So how does that work? This is a great way that this works. Okay, so for example, there's people who started the company, then they've got like, you could say managers, and then they've got like, another layer down, and then these will promote, and then these people right here, all these people are basically giving the money to this guy. And I'll show you an example of one I actually saw recently where I think it's a bit of a scam. Okay, so let me show you. Okay, so for example, this thing right here, one of my friends, he messaged me, he's not into crypto or anything like that, and was like, oh, look, check this ITP thing out, right? This thing right here. And it's basically meant to be a trading bot using AI. And it's got a whole bunch of people saying how great their returns are and all this other stuff, right? And if you dig in a little bit, look, so why become a member? And then you've got, the benefits of becoming a member of this, right? And then if you go into a little bit more, it shows you the tiers, right? So you've got student, apprentice, associate, and all of that stuff, right? And then you have to pay to be in all of these tiers. And does that remind you of anything? Does it remind you of what I just showed you just a second ago? So this, okay, there you go. Okay, so and also they are promising returns as well, 1% per day, that type of thing. And my friend, he basically was saying that, look, you can get your money out on all this other stuff. I'm like, so you could have done that in Bitconnect as well. You could have got your money out, right? But then what happens when it gets really big? Then someone is going to be held accountable, right? So other things to look out for, right? So other things we want to look at as well are going to be, okay, so what we got here. Okay, so I will move on to some number 5 because I've shown you that bit there. So let me quickly show you number 5. So scam comments. All right, so I'm sure you guys are aware about this. You're in crypto, you've been here for a while, right? You're going to go onto YouTube videos, maybe even my YouTube videos, right? You're going to see comments, and some of them are scams, right? So I'll just give you some examples of these right now. So for example, this is Crypto Gains. He's not a scammer, don't worry. It's more about, the comments I'm trying to show you. And this will also apply for majority of crypto videos you might see. So for example, look, these people right here saying, oh, I think this coin's amazing, right? The most important project ever, blah, 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 right? And then you see the same one and it's just spammed everywhere, right? And then you got the other type where it's like some guy telling you about, oh, how good the market is. And then like, oh, we have great insights from this guy right here. And then they've got a whole bunch of comments on them and everyone's like, looks like everyone's supporting his idea. And they're like, yeah, so good. Like contacting them on Telegram. Okay. So, stuff like that. Scams, okay, all scams. And even on my videos I get people do this. I try to remove all of them, but yeah, they are scams. Don't listen to this, don't read that. It's a load of rubbish. Okay, so do your research. Don't just listen to like hype of people. Do your research. So that is another one. The next one, okay, is deep fake scams. Okay, so this is getting more and more popular now. It just seems like, you probably heard all these horror stories of deep fakes, right? But I'll just give you a big one inside of crypto, which maybe you've seen, maybe even before you started this video, there could have been a scam in front of it, right, with an advert. Obviously, hopefully YouTube can sort that stuff out. And it's not just YouTube, it's all over the internet. But it needs to be fixed, really, right? As in, so for example, this one right here. Okay, so XRP. I'm not saying XRP is a scam, but the advert is, right. So I don't know if you've seen this, but it's the founder of Ripple Labs, right, and he's basically saying that, oh, I think there's an airdrop, and it's like scan this QR code and all that. And this is just fake. It's not him. All right, it's a deep fake. And there's little signs that I could tell that this was a scam. So if you look at his right eyebrow, right, you can see it. It's moving up a bit, right, randomly, and also his voice sounds a bit computerized. So yeah, look out for that. Right, just be careful. Don't just glimpse it. Like really study if things are worth going into or obviously taking a risk on. So yeah, definitely think about that one. So next one is Telegram airdrops. Okay, so I'm sure you guys use Telegram. Telegram is very, very popular inside the crypto community. I do use it as well, but I'm not that active on it compared to other channels because of the scams. All right, there is scams on there, left, right, and center, and you can literally see from this article alone. Let's just show you. Okay, one sec. Is it this one? Okay, yeah, Telegram scams. All right. So, what are the scams on Telegram? So, you've got crypto expert scams. You've got phishing and Telegram bots. So, this one, yeah, so many, right? But ones I can tell you about, right, which I've nearly fallen for as well, is for example, there'll be a altcoin that we like, right, and then all of a sudden you get added in that group, and they're saying, "Oh, there's an airdrop. Don't miss out." And then you might write in that group as well and be like, "What do you mean?" And then someone will reply to you and then say, "Oh no, yeah, this thing's happening," and they give you all this information, and all of those are bots inside of there, and then they'll have like in that group maybe 10,000 people, even bigger than the actual altcoin that you are interested in. So you might be convinced to think, "Oh, do you know what? Like, look at how many people are in this," but it's a scam. All right, so you've got to be very, very careful. I know you crypto people love Telegram, but I'm just letting you know there's a lot of scams on there. Okay, and you've got to be very careful. And obviously that also goes into the trading bot stuff. It goes into random people messaging you on there, like, so many. Okay. So you've really got to be careful. So yeah, tech support scams. You can see this right here. Bitcoin and other cryptocurrency giveaways, right? Airdrops. Okay. So stuff like that. Lookalike Telegram accounts. And like I just mentioned to you, you've got what's this? Fake classified ad scam. Not sure what that is. But yeah, either way, be very, very careful. And pump and dumps. Okay. So pump and dumps, that's not just a Telegram thing. That is literally all over crypto, right? You can probably see a load of rubbish get pumped up and then it goes crazy, right? And I think that's something to, take note of because, for example, on my channel, right, we try to look at fundamentals. We're studying these things and we are basing our decisions off fundamentals, right? Are the team good? Do they have partners? Are the tokenomics pretty good? Is there a good user case for this? That in the long term is, how we can do potentially quite well. If you just see a random coin just going absolutely crazy, does a 10x, for what reason, man? You got to ask yourself that. What is the reason? Okay, because there's no fundamentals behind some of these coins. So yeah, I would definitely think about that before you jump into the hype because there's a lot of hype in crypto, man. Don't fall for it. Okay. And yeah, so that is that one. Let's go to the next one. So the next one is phishing. Okay. So, I don't know if you guys work 9 to 5s or do your jobs, but every time you go into a job, you're going to probably hear this, "Oh, phishing, don't fall for phishing." All right. As in, so, I'm not here to try and lecture you and give you like some random training for work. That's not what it's about. This is about crypto though, right? And trying to stay safe inside of crypto. And yeah, let me just give a little bit of an example of what phishing is. So if you don't know what it is phishing is when criminals use scams, emails, text messages, or phone calls to trick their victims. And yeah, the aim is often to make you visit a website which may download a virus or something like that, right? And steal your bank details and all that, which is obviously not cool, all right? And yeah, I'd say the ways that you can avoid this is literally don't click on any links what someone sends you. If you've got an email and it's like, check out this new site and they've got your link to it, don't click it, man. Like go and Google that yourself or something, right? As in, same with text messages, same with, WhatsApps, all of this stuff, Telegram, it all applies, right? That's phishing. So yeah, be careful out there. Don't just click on everything and everything. Okay, you have to do your research. So that is that one. So the next one is no product, all promises. Okay, so this one is very interesting. Okay, so there's a lot of things to be said about this. There's probably a lot of projects that maybe you're involved in that haven't even got any products, but they give you a lot of promises. I'm not saying they're scams, right? but you've got to be careful with them because you have no MVP, minimum viable product, which is very important when it comes to investing. And also, generally, can someone pull it off? Can the team pull it off? All that type of stuff. You're just banking on a promise at that point. So for me, when people are really bullish on things which don't have products yet, you're taking a risk. There's no problem, with trying to do that, take a risk or whatever, but you just got to know that they haven't managed to achieve it yet. Okay. And that's fine. Obviously, you might say that you're in early and that's all good. You can do that as well, but you need to have some track record to know if they can do it. So that is something to note. Not saying that this one is 100% scams when you see this, but you need to be careful and have your eyes open when it comes to that. So, yeah, let's see if I've got any references for that. I don't think I do for that. No. But another thing I would love to talk about actually is this. So this is DEX Check, right? Sorry, DEX tools, right? Everyone loves DEX tools, and they're all like, oh yeah, use DEX tools to find scams, right? So fair enough. Yeah, you can use this and it can identify certain things for you. That's all good, right? But let's just put FTX in and just see what happens with FTX token. Okay. Oh, look, 99%. Okay. 90%. Oh, that's amazing then, isn't it? It's a great tool, 99%. All I'm trying to say to you is do your own research. All right. This is just a tool to help you. And obviously, fair enough, you can use this to identify certain things. And yeah, I'm not saying it might not catch certain things, it might, right? But do your research, okay? Because this is just a tool. You're using a third party to find something for you. How do you know what the data source is from that? You don't, right? You don't have a clue. And this is telling you that FTX is 99%, right? So can you rely on that? You decide. That's what I'm saying to you, right? Definitely something to think about right there. So the other ones are code exploits. Okay. So this is why you want to care about the technology, right? So let's go back to what I was saying to you before. All right. This is why you want to care about this. I get that. Yeah, we want to make money. Everyone wants to make money. I want to make money too, right? But you should really care about what you're putting your funds into, right? I'm not a financial advisor, but you should really care about this. Okay. And this is the whole, going back to centralized systems and things like that. Centralized systems can get exploits. All right. And that's how there's big rug pulls what happen inside the market. Okay. So for example, what is a code exploit? You might be asking yourself. So an exploit is a program or a piece of code designed to find and take advantage of security flaws and vulnerabilities in an application or computer system. Typically, a malicious purpose such as installing malware. An exploit is not malware itself, but rather it is a method of using by cyber criminals and delivering malware. So that's just one example right there, right? But this is something where you will see big companies go down from. Okay, so for example, here's just a list of some of the exploits we've seen as of recent times. So this is literally November 13th, 2023. Ethereum wallet drained still 60 million in 6 months. Okay, so exploits. All right, big money to be made inside of these things. These hackers, they're loving it. So the more and more you guys don't care about exploits and not caring about the tech, the more and more these guys are going to love it. Okay. So, you're just giving them money. Okay. So, 3.3 million exploit again for another coin right here on a stable coin. And you can see, for example, let's go to this. So this is the biggest hacks of all time. Okay. And you can see where, there's a trend here. And they're mostly all centralized. All right. All of them. Okay. So exchanges. Okay. You got two here, Mt. Gox. Exchanges by nature, a lot of them are centralized. These are not DEXs, they're centralized exchanges, okay? So you're going to see a lot of exchanges on here, hence why you see a lot of hacks, okay? And you can see as of recent times in the last year, Ronin Network was hacked big, all right? 614 million. And, if we were to look at Ronin Network, you wouldn't really know that, that's not a good coin or anything like that. It seems pretty cool. Like, so if we just look at it, it's like forged for game developers. So it looks pretty cool. Like, this would definitely get my eye, right? But then if you don't dig in, then you're not going to be able to know what happened, right? And obviously you can see the chart action here, and it's starting to like progress up again, right? But my thing is are you gonna trust something what's been hacked that bad? Okay, and that's what it comes down to, trust. We're in crypto. You need to have faith and trust in what you're getting into. So yeah, definitely something to think about right there, right? So there you go, 10 rules to keep you safe in these markets, and hopefully you've got great value from this. If you did like it, then obviously press the like button, and if you've never seen any of my videos, be around for the ride, press that sub button. If you also are looking to get a great portfolio which has been vetted by myself, I have a cheat sheet with over 200 coins fully reviewed, and this is how I'm able to filter out the bad actors, the scams, also filter out the great projects. So if you don't know anything about my strategy, we'll check this out real quick and it'll give you a great little breakdown. Introducing the Money Ball cheat sheet. So how does it work?
Step 1.
I have to find the potential coins by keeping my ears to the streets, digging deep into the crypto realms, find those diamonds in the rough. After that, I add the coins to my spreadsheet, where I have reviewed hundreds of coins and it grows every single day. Which brings me to
Step 2.
I review each coin with 7 different criteria, and they are teams and advisors, the partners, the idea, the website, the product, the social media presence, and the coin utility. I then proceed to give these coins a specific grading criteria from 1 to 10. Then we combine the scores to get an overall ranking for them. And that lets us separate the good from the bad, the weak from the strong, giving us the best possible chance to get some good coins in the up and coming bull run. Yeah, you can get obviously the Moneyball cheat sheet. You can get my buy signals as well. So when I buy, I'm letting you know what I'm buying. Also, the ultimate sell strategy. This is absolutely amazing. Your future self will thank you for having this in your repertoire and having this knowledge. So if anything, if you didn't even care about the Moneyball cheat sheet and all that, you should be paying attention to this, okay? And have some knowledge on when to get out, because I know I'll be getting out, and you don't want to be holding them bags when the bear market comes. So you need to identify that. Also, if you want to do a one-time payment with crypto, then come and email me here and we can sort that out. This strategy in the previous bull market was used by another guy called Ian Bellina, and he turned 20,000 to 5 million using this strategy. So it has back-tested results. So yes, I would definitely suggest you grab yourself a slot. Talking about grabbing a slot, check this out. So come and get the sale while you can. It's only $29.99, only 10 slots available. Once these are gone, they are gone, okay? And we're going back to full price because you're not going to see this tier anymore. If you want the sheet, link in the description right there. And what did you think about all the stuff I showed you about the top 10 scams and all that? Then yeah, let me know. I would like to know if you think any other things could help people on their journey. If people are watching this video, let them know as well, right? Because we're trying to help each other in this community. If I don't see you guys though, I will see you at the top. Peace.